Welcome back here to the Mountain Morning Show. I've been really excited about this next segment since I learned about it yesterday. I'm very intrigued and I want to learn a lot more. Right now I'm joined by Heidi Bradley. She is known as the Face Lady and she is an expert in the science of face language and facial communication. Heidi, how are you doing?
I'm well, Diego. Thank you so much for bringing me on.
Absolutely. So what does my face have to say? No, I'm just kidding. We'll get into that a little bit
Amazing
later. We'll get into that later. Let's just right away, tell me a little bit about what you do, your work. What is exactly is facial language recognition and facial communication?
So what's beautiful is that face language is the most powerful form of communication that we have. We have words, but that is speaking less than 1% of what someone is truly communicating. So our face represents our subconscious mind. And for those of us who have been involved with studying the mind, we know that the subconscious mind is the depth, the wealth of the iceberg. This is the true of who someone is. So whereas if we're looking at someone, we get a feeling instantly, right? When you meet someone new, you're like, oh, I kind of like Diego. I can't wait to get to know him more, right? And that's just a feeling, because our subconscious mind communicates to us through feelings.
Okay.
Our thoughts only operate like less than 1%. So these are the things that we think we can handle. If we are comparing our conscious mind to our subconscious mind, our conscious mind can handle 3 ounces of water. If one bit of data is 3 ounces of water, okay?
Yeah.
It can handle 3 ounces of water every single second.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
Way to go. We got smart minds. Yes, 3 ounces of water.
Processing.
It's a crazy amount. That's 2,000 bits of data every single second.
Wow.
However, our subconscious mind can handle 6 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Every single second.
Wow.
Yes.
So I think you just make a great point in showing that subconsciously there's so much at work in your mind that you don't know is happening. And it's feeding you feelings and giving you things that you don't really understand where they're coming from. But you're saying that this is kind of the facial communication side of this, the facial language of this is kind of a source for those feelings as well, or kind of an expressive side of those feelings?
Yes. Our subconscious mind is on our face.
Wow, that's interesting.
The color, the shape, the texture, the depth, the movement is all written here on our faces. And so we are communicating 6 Olympic-sized swimming pools every single second when you look at someone's face.
That's hard to even fathom. It really is. So let's talk about how you've partnered with the Park City Women's Business Network to really help teach them facial communication and face language.
So teaching them is going to happen now.
Oh, now. This is right now. Okay.
Right now. So Park City Women's Business Network, this has been in operation for about 20 years here in Park City, Utah. And it is established that to get women in business connected, to get women, because a women's way of doing business is based upon relationships, is based upon trust, is based upon, I feel that I can trust Kathleen Barlow. She is our president. I feel a great affinity and love for Bree Klug. I feel a great affinity and love for all the women there. And then when women feel that they can trust, love, and rely upon someone else, they're going to do business with them. And so that's how Park City Women Business Network operates.
Okay.
It's all based upon relationship.
Establishing those relationships and establishing that trust and establishing all of that network really to really create a strong network of women empowered here in the community and a very good spirit of entrepreneurship as well, which is really great.
Oh, it's huge. And our main goal is to raise money for scholarships for high school students, high school women who are typically underprivileged, and if they didn't have scholarship money, they would not have the ability to get a higher education. And so this last year, we raised over $25,000 and gave scholarships to a number of amazing, hard-working high school graduates. One who I got to meet a couple weeks ago, this girl had 3 jobs. She had saved nearly $20,000 for her education while working 3 jobs as a high school student. This girl is driven, and so we were like, heck yeah, we want to see you succeed, and we gave her a scholarship.
That's so great, because you're really providing opportunities to people. It's it's not like they're not working for it. Obviously, they're working so hard for it. They're just in a situation where they may be not able to take that next step to go to higher education. So these scholarships are really providing a good means for them to be able to do so. So that's great. And you want to be able to honor people who are working 3 jobs to be able to make it. That's hard work that needs to be able to be paid off, for sure.
Right, and they're here. They graduated from Park City High School. And so
wow.
all of them graduated from here at Park City High School.
Wow,
And
that's great.
And so it's not just for women to connect, women to grow their businesses, but it's also for the higher purpose of raising money for these girls.
That's excellent, and really providing opportunities for them. That's really, really great. So let's learn more about what your face says about your work style. I'm so interested about this.
Yes.
Let's talk about this. Teach me, please.
Okay, so there are actually 7 work styles.
Okay.
So we only have time for 3 today because I can spend 3 days more talking about everything.
I would spend 3 days here with you learning about it is the thing. It's so interesting.
Everyone else in, let's get it done.
Keep the camera going.
Yeah.
Let's learn about it.
So let's get into it. Okay, so the easiest way to know someone's work style, and the easiest way, there are multiple ways, because with face reading, I like to compare it to math.
Okay.
So right now I'm teaching you that numbers exist. You know, like
so the very basics of it. Okay.
Very foundational basics, but they're very effective and super easy to understand.
And it'll carry on all the way throughout the rest of your learning as well in that field.
And so what we're doing here is I'm honoring the different work styles that are commonly found in women in business.
Okay.
Because we all know that in order for a business to succeed, you have to have the right team in place.
Absolutely.
That is the ultimate reliable figure that someone is achieving in business, is that they have created a team in place early on in the business.
Absolutely. You can't do it all on your own. It's all collaboration, which is obviously a huge thing. So.
Precisely.
Yep.
Yes. So we're looking at the eyebrows.
Eyebrows, the first thing. Okay.
Eyebrows is how someone makes their decisions.
Okay.
So how they make decisions is reflected on the shape, the texture, the width, the breadth of an eyebrow.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the 3 main types that we're going to focus on today are visionary, dependable, and the closer.
And the closer, okay. So
yes.
These are 3 very distinct different styles of working, but they're all great in their own right. Let's learn about visionary first off.
Right, because we know that in business you have to have a CEO, you have to have someone who's gonna do the work, you have to have a dependable, and you have to have a financial officer.
Absolutely.
We know that. If you don't have those 3 elements in a business, you are not going to succeed.
It's going to collapse, yeah.
It'll collapse, because if you don't have a visionary to oversee the whole vision, then someone who can work will be working off way in the left field. And if you don't have someone to manage the money and fine-comb through the details and saying, we're spending a little too much money over here.
We need to put our resources here rather than here.
We need to put our resources to money-making activities, then the business will implode.
Absolutely. So these are 3 huge things. And how, I mean, is this a very consistent thing with the shape of the brow? Is it consistent that you can say this person is a visionary by seeing them pretty much right on the dot?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. This is really interesting to me. So how can you learn about that? How can you look at someone's eyebrows and figure out exactly what style of worker they are?
Okay, so we're going to give a preview now, and then we're going to go into depth with each one. So visionary is they will have the first 25% thick right here in the eyebrow. So right from this is the glabella right in the middle, and then the eyebrow will start up here, and you will see hairs pointing up.
Up, okay.
On the right eyebrow. Right side of the face reflects someone's work style.
Okay.
Left side of the face reflects their personal life.
Does this have any correlation between left brain, right brain, or is this just?
It's close.
Okay.
Yes. Because our right brain tends to our left brain tends to manage the right side of our face and grow these eyebrows.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
So you want to be, for work style and honoring someone's work style, you want to be looking at their right eyebrow.
Okay. Right eyebrow right away. Okay.
Right eyebrow right away. So we're focusing on the right eyebrow. But if they're consistent, that means what you see is what you get. If you see a visionary eyebrow with the first third very full, broad, big, and then thin.
Okay.
Then when there's this is classic, the in estheticians' terms, perfect brow.
Okay.
You go to a makeup counters and they will have the outline shape for the
I see. So kind of the
brow.
thick start, and then it kind of thins out towards the arc.
Right about 25-30%, it will just thin out.
Okay. And that is someone who's a visionary.
Yes.
Okay. So what about someone who's dependable?
Right. So we're going to get there. But
Oh, I apologize. I'm just so interested.
Okay,
I'm like,
right,
please
we're
tell me
doing
more.
the short
Tell me
one.
more.
So then, dependable, it's thick right in the middle.
Okay.
So, and classically, there's very little brow at the beginning, and then it goes thick.
And then it gets thick. Okay.
And or like the perfect dependable is just grown in the middle.
Wow. Okay.
And we have a member who has this brow.
That's so great.
And then the closer, what would you suspect the growth
The
of the brow
closer would
grade?
be the growth towards the end, I'm guessing, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this is the quick one. Visionary, clear in the middle, arched, quick, just sharp, very thin eyebrows, about after 25-30%.
Okay.
Classic visionary, with the eyebrows right in the middle, pointed right up, like your left side is.
So what does that say? So my left side, not my right side, is
Right,
pointing
so your
up.
left side is that you tend to be very highly intuitive and access spiritual information about your personal life and your family life instantly. I hope you're trusting it.
I need to be, for sure. So that's really interesting. So what else can you tell me about my eyebrows, I guess you could say?
Well, we could go more into, so we want to talk about the visionary and who they are. So these are the ones who possess traits to be the big thinkers. They have the 30,000-foot overview of what needs to be done. They see the big picture. They are the motivators, the inspirational leaders. They tend to have a posse of people surrounding them because they to hold the vision. They're like, I want to see the success.
Okay.
But the posse tends to be the dependables.
The dependables, okay, but
Right.
they're the big picture of the whole thing. They're
Yes.
really the idea behind everything.
They're the CEO.
Wow, okay.
They are the sales staff. They are the marketer. So typically, in an entrepreneur for Women's Business Network, they tend to be the visionary. The majority of PCWBN are visionaries.
Our visionaries, that's great.
Because it's a very feminine eyebrow. And sometimes women shape their eyebrow this way because it's the classic brow and it's not naturally grown. Please remind me about naturally grown versus non-naturally grown eyebrows.
Definitely.
Because there's a big difference in how it shapes someone's
Well,
personality.
let's take a very quick commercial break, Heidi. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation on face language, and we're learning so much right now. I'm excited to learn more. You're definitely going to want to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to the Mountain Morning Show. We're continuing our conversation right now with the face lady, Heidi Bradley, and she's teaching us a lot right now. Heidi, thanks again for joining us and teaching us all this information. So let's pick up right where we left off.
Yes, so visionary. So we have a wonderful classic example for PCWN. She is our sales coordinator.
Okay.
She takes care of all the details. And her name is Katie Bauer, and her business is also the coordinator for Summit events. She just does all the sales. So salespeople have this visionary eyebrow that's really short here and sharp
brow.
And very thin after about 25%.
Okay, and you said that a lot of, and I mean, we maybe have to jump back into this or get to this a little bit later, but you said that a lot of women, it's kind of the brow that a lot of women try and go for, unnaturally. Maybe they try and tweeze or alter their brow to look like this. Is this something that is a natural appearance that is going to show in a visionary?
So if your brow grows naturally, where it's just 25-30% here and then sharp and then just thin all the way across, which is common, you are the visionary naturally.
That's great.
You have found your role as a CEO. You have found your role as a marketer. You found your role as sales. But if you're tweezing it this way, I really invite you to take some time to allow your brow to grow out naturally and see where your heart is and your intuition pulls you towards. Because I commonly find people who are serving as a sales role, but they have closer eyebrows. They would rather be doing the minutia, the middle details, but they keep tweezing this way, and so they have this
it's almost like this
major
mental tension,
conflict,
right? Yeah.
Because they have who they want to be and who their soul is calling them to be, but then they're being what they think other people want them to be instead of who they are naturally.
Wow, that's really deep, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who have a kind of that tension at their job where they feel like, hey, I enjoy the work that I'm doing, I do good job, but I just am not wholly satisfied in the work that I'm doing. And so this could be a huge part of that, you know, really tuning into yourself and tuning into that subconscious part of your brain that we were talking about to really figure out who you are and what you really want and what's going to fulfill you as a person.
Yes, one of my clients, she had the classic closer and big closer eyebrows, and they were just gross, big and bushy right at this outside 75%, but she wouldn't let them grow because they didn't fit the classic brow. So she became my client. Through some processing, I helped her get to that point of be yourself, become your authentic self. And now she has succeeded exponentially more because she's found who she is and is doing those little details that she didn't think other people wanted her to do that.
That's so great. That's really cool. I love that. So that was the visionary.
Yes.
And next we move on to the dependable.
The dependables. So the dependables, these are the ones who want to be on the front lines. They want to be doing the hard work.
The nitty-gritty.
The nitty-gritty. The things that visionaries hate doing.
Like, we have the big picture, but how are we going to get this done?
Yes.
So the dependables come in to make sure it gets done.
They are interdependent upon each other in a relationship. These are the executive assistants. These are our virtual assistants. These are the chief technology officers, the managers of a company, HR people, the one who are like right on the front lines. They don't like the face appearances showing up. They don't like,
it's the behind the scenes
meetings.
Work. It's the nitty gritty.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great. And so again, where does this show up on the face?
So this shows up from about 25-30% over to 75%.
Over to 75%.
The middle 50% of the eyebrow. And some people only grow eyebrows here.
Wow, okay.
We have a woman in our network called named Bree Klug. She is the owner of Park City Frame, and she is, when you go to these events, Bree is the one setting up the chairs. She is the one making sure that you're talking to this person. She's the
organizer.
One, go, do, and you can't get her to stop.
Yeah, she's a hard worker.
She's a very hard worker. And she's also a business owner. Okay. So you can be a business owner and be a dependable. Because your employees know that you're reliable, you can do the same job that they're doing, and you can do it just as good as they can. Your employees love you and will follow you to the end because you're the leader who's gonna do the hard work.
That's so cool. Let's talk about the closer now as well. This is kind of the end part of the brow.
Yes. Oh, and one quick story.
Yes.
So another one of our members has these dependable eyebrows, and she is the owner of Park City Granola.
Okay.
And when I was talking to her about her business, and I was like, so tell me, how'd you get this, so you could see you like to do this work. And she's like, yeah, but I don't know what to do with it. She had to hire a team of visionaries.
I see,
She hired a whole team to do the marketing, the sales. She's like, I'll go out and do the marketing, but I don't know when to do it.
I don't know how to do it. Or
I don't know how and when.
What market I'm targeting, everything.
Exactly. So she hired a team to take care of that, and now she's being super successful.
I see the interconnectedness here. We only have about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this show, so let's talk about the closer.
Yes, so our closers, these are our chief financial officers. These are the ones who are going to fine comb through all the details, cross all the T's, dot all the I's, make sure that everything is complete and done accurately. And so we have our president. She has a very classic arched eyebrow at the end, and you can be a leader. She's our president of PCWN and be a closer because she wants to make sure that everything is done logical and has data behind it before you make decisions.
So the very fine-tuned decisions, the very quantitative side of everything. That's really great. This is really interesting to learn about this. I wish we had so much more time. I could literally go on with you, like you said, for 3 days about this. Where can people go to find out more information about you as well as about the science of face language?
Yes. Come meet me at HeidiBradley.com. And you can also find me on social media at The Face Lady.
Excellent. Well, I highly encourage you to check out her website, HeidiBradley.com, or on social media, The Face Lady, because some really interesting takeaways from what she has to teach about the science of face language and facial communication. But that's going to wrap up our day here on the Mountain Morning Show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you bright and early again tomorrow morning at 7. Have a good one.